Did you know that hidden within your birth date lies a profound secret about your leadership potential? Throughout history, the greatest leaders have shared specific numerical patterns that have shaped their destinies, and today, I'm going to reveal how these same patterns might be influencing your path to greatness. The ancient wisdom of numerology, particularly through Buddhist teachings, offers us a fascinating window into understanding the spiritual essence of true leadership. Whether you're currently in a position of leadership or aspiring to lead others, the numbers that surround your life hold keys to unlocking your full potential. Imagine discovering that the simple digits in your birth date or name could reveal why you naturally inspire others or why you face certain recurring challenges in positions of authority. This isn't just another theory. We're exploring centuries-old wisdom that has guided emperors, spiritual teachers, and revolutionary thinkers throughout human history. The relationship between numbers and leadership qualities is both mystical and practical, offering insights that can transform how you approach your role as a guide for others. Leadership, in its purest form, transcends mere authority or power. True leadership emanates from within. It's about embodying certain vibrations and energies that naturally draw others to your vision. In numerology, particularly when we examine the spiritual path of leadership, certain numbers stand out as powerful indicators of leadership potential. The numbers 1 and 8 are especially significant in this context, carrying vibrations that resonate deeply with both spiritual and material leadership. Number 1 represents the pioneer, the initiator, the independent force that blazes new trails. Those with a strong presence of 1 in their numerological chart often possess natural leadership abilities. They're self-reliant, determined, and innovative. Think about it. The number 1 stands alone, just as leaders often must stand apart from the crowd, making difficult decisions and charting new territories. In Buddhist teachings, this number represents the beginning of all things, the singular consciousness from which creativity emerges. It embodies the courage to stand in your truth and the vision to see what others cannot yet perceive. When we observe the lives of great leaders throughout history, from spiritual guides like the Buddha himself to transformative political figures like Mahatma Gandhi, we often find the energy of the number 1 prominently featured in their birth dates or life path numbers. They embodied the pioneering spirit of the number 1, the willingness to walk an untrodden path, and the courage to stand firm in their convictions, even when standing alone. Now, let's explore the powerful energy of the number 8, often called the number of material and spiritual abundance. Unlike the pioneering individuality of the number 1, the 8 represents balance, authority, and manifesting power. Visually, it's formed by 2 circles stacked upon each other, symbolizing the balance between the material and spiritual worlds. Leaders influenced by the number 8 often excel at creating tangible results while maintaining spiritual principles. They understand that true leadership involves both practical wisdom and higher guidance. In Buddhist philosophy, the number 8 holds special significance. The Noble Eightfold Path represents the way to liberation from suffering. Leaders who embody the energy of 8 often demonstrate the ability to guide others through challenges with wisdom and compassion. They naturally understand the cycle of giving and receiving, knowing that authentic leadership requires both strength and vulnerability, authority and service. When we examine the numerology of influential business leaders, political figures, and spiritual teachers, the number 8 often appears prominently in their charts. These individuals typically demonstrate exceptional abilities in managing resources, whether those resources are material, intellectual, or spiritual. They intuitively grasp how energy flows and can direct it toward creating results that benefit not just themselves, but entire communities. The truly remarkable aspect of numerological wisdom is how these numbers might be influencing your own leadership journey without your awareness. Take a moment to consider your birth date. The day, month, and year you were born each contribute to your overall numerological profile. By calculating your life path number, one of the most significant numbers in your numerological chart, you can gain insights into your natural leadership style and potential. To find your life path number, simply add all the digits of your birth date and reduce them to a single digit. For example, if you were born on June 15, 1982, you would calculate 6 for June. plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 2 for 32, then 3 plus 2 car 5. In this case, 5 would be your life path number. Each life path number carries different leadership qualities and challenges. Those with life path 1 or 8 often have natural leadership abilities, though every number has its unique strengths in guiding others. But leadership is not just about the numbers you were born with, it's also about how you cultivate and express these energies in your daily life. This is where the spiritual path of leadership truly begins to unfold. True leadership is not merely about commanding others or holding positions of power. It's about embodying certain qualities that inspire, uplift, and transform those around you. The numbers 1 and 8 can teach us about these essential leadership qualities, regardless of whether they appear prominently in your numerological chart. From the energy of the number 1, we learn the importance of authenticity and self-trust in leadership. Leaders who embody this energy don't wait for validation from others. They trust their inner vision and move forward with confidence. This doesn't mean they act impulsively or without consideration for others. Rather, they have developed such a strong connection to their inner compass that they can lead with clarity even in uncertain circumstances. This quality is not reserved for those born under the influence of 1. It can be cultivated by any aspiring leader through practices that strengthen self-awareness and inner conviction. One powerful practice for developing the pioneering energy of 1 is to regularly spend time in reflection, connecting with your deepest values and vision. Buddhist meditation practices, particularly those focused on mindfulness and clear seeing, can help you cut through confusion and connect with your authentic self. By starting each day with even 5 minutes of centered awareness, you begin to strengthen your connection to your inner leader, that part of you that knows which direction to take, even when the path isn't clear to others. Another aspect of the number 1 energy that's crucial for leadership is the willingness to stand apart when necessary. Many aspiring leaders struggle with the fear of disapproval or rejection, which can prevent them from making difficult but necessary decisions. To cultivate the courage to stand in your truth, practice small acts of authentic self-expression daily. Share your genuine perspective in meetings, even when it differs from the majority. Make choices based on your values rather than external approval. Each time you honor your authentic voice, you strengthen your capacity to lead from a place of integrity. From the energy of number 8, we learn about balanced power and responsible authority. Leaders influenced by this energy understand that true power comes from alignment between material goals and spiritual principles. They recognize that resources, whether financial, creative, or human, must flow continuously rather than being hoarded. The 8 teaches us that abundance comes through circulation rather than accumulation, a principle that transforms how conscious leaders approach wealth, influence, and authority. To cultivate the balanced power of 8 in your leadership approach, practice seeing material success and spiritual growth as complementary rather than opposing forces. Many people unconsciously believe that spiritual development requires renouncing material goals, or conversely, that material achievement necessitates compromising spiritual values. The wisdom of 8 shows us that the highest form of leadership integrates both realms, using material resources to express spiritual values and allowing spiritual principles to guide material decisions. A practical exercise for developing this balanced perspective is to regularly evaluate your goals and achievements through both material and spiritual lenses. For each significant goal you're pursuing, ask yourself, how does this contribute to material well-being for myself and others? Then ask, how does this align with my spiritual values and contribute to meaningful growth? True leadership emerges when these questions yield harmonious answers, when your material objectives naturally express your spiritual values. Another powerful practice for embodying the energy of 8 is to consciously circulate resources rather than hoarding them. This might mean sharing knowledge generously with team members, investing financial resources in ways that create opportunities for others, or using your influence to elevate those whose voices might otherwise go unheard. The 8 teaches us that true abundance is maintained through continuous flow, giving and receiving in balanced cycles. Now, you might be wondering how these numerical energies have manifested in the lives of history's most impactful leaders. Let's explore a few examples. Mahatma Gandhi, whose leadership transformed a nation through the principle of non-violent resistance, had a life path number of 9, representing humanitarian service. But his birthday was the 2nd of October, carrying the pioneering energy of 1 when reduced, 2 becomes 1, plus 1 equals 2. His leadership embodied both the visionary independence of 1 and the selfless service of 9, creating a powerful blend that inspired millions to follow a path never before travelled on such a scale. Martin Luther King Jr., whose dream of equality continues to inspire generations, had a life path number of 5, representing freedom and change. But his birth month was January, the first month, infusing his leadership with the pioneering quality of 1. His ability to stand firmly in his truth while articulating a vision of freedom exemplifies how various numerical energies can combine to create extraordinary leadership. In the realm of spiritual leadership, the 14th Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso, has a life path number of 7, representing spiritual wisdom, but was born on the 6th day of July, the 7th month. The combination of 6, compassion and responsibility, and 7, spiritual insight, has manifested in his unique ability to maintain spiritual leadership while engaging pragmatically with global political realities. His leadership demonstrates how different numerical energies can work together harmoniously. When we turn to business leadership, we find fascinating patterns as well. Steve Jobs, whose visionary leadership transformed multiple industries, had a life path number of 8. The very number we've been exploring as a powerful leadership energy. His ability to manifest concrete results while maintaining an almost spiritual dedication to his vision exemplifies the balanced power of 8. His famous philosophy of staying hungry, staying foolish reflects the 8's understanding that continuous growth requires both material ambition and spiritual openness. These examples illustrate an important truth. While your birth numbers provide insights into your natural leadership tendencies, they don't determine your leadership potential. Rather, they offer a map of energies that you can consciously work with and develop. Even if your numerological chart doesn't prominently feature 1 or 8, you can intentionally cultivate these energies to strengthen your leadership capacity. Beyond individual numbers, numerology also reveals fascinating patterns in leadership dynamics. When we examine teams and organizations, we often find numerical patterns that explain why certain groups function harmoniously, while others struggle with continuous conflict. Leaders who understand these patterns can strategically build teams that balance different numerical energies, creating environments where diverse gifts complement rather than clash with each other. For instance, projects that require innovative breakthroughs benefit from the pioneering energy of 1, while initiatives focused on building community and collaboration thrive with the harmonizing energy of 2. Ventures that involve significant financial resources or material manifestation are supported by the abundant energy of 8. By understanding these numerical influences, conscious leaders can align team members with projects that naturally resonate with their energetic strengths. This brings us to an essential question. How can you apply these numerological insights to transform your own leadership journey? Whether you currently lead a large organization, a small team, or simply aspire to develop your leadership potential, these ancient wisdom teachings offer practical guidance. First, develop awareness of your natural numerical influences. Beyond calculating your life path number, consider the day of your birth, which reveals your personal expression in the world. If you were born on a day that reduces to 1, the 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th, you likely have natural pioneering tendencies that you can consciously develop. If you were born on a day that reduces to 8, the 8th, 17th, or 26th, you may have an innate understanding of balanced power that can be further refined. Next, identify areas where you might benefit from strengthening particular numerical energies. If you struggle with self-doubt or hesitation in decision-making, consciously cultivating the pioneering energy of 1 could transform your leadership approach. Practices that build self-trust and authentic expression will be particularly valuable for you. If you find yourself achieving material success, but feeling spiritually empty, or conversely, maintaining spiritual principles but struggling with practical manifestation, developing the balanced energy of 8 could bring greater harmony to your leadership journey. Remember that numerology is not about limiting yourself to certain predefined characteristics, but rather about understanding the energetic patterns that influence your natural tendencies. With this awareness, you can make conscious choices that either amplify your strengths or balance areas where you might otherwise be challenged. Now, let's explore specific practices for cultivating the leadership energies of 1 and 8, regardless of your birth numbers. These practices draw from both ancient wisdom traditions and contemporary leadership development, offering a holistic approach to strengthening your leadership capacity. To develop the pioneering energy of 1, begin each day by connecting with your vision. Before checking emails or responding to others' demands, take a few moments to visualize your highest aspirations for yourself and those you lead. This simple practice reinforces your connection to your authentic purpose, ensuring that your daily actions align with your inner vision rather than merely reacting to external pressures. Another powerful practice for developing the energy of 1 is to regularly challenge yourself to step beyond comfortable boundaries. True leadership often requires venturing into unknown territory, whether that means expressing an unpopular perspective, implementing an innovative approach, or making decisions without complete certainty. By intentionally placing yourself in situations that stretch your comfort zone, you strengthen your capacity to lead with courage and conviction. For those seeking to embody the energy of 1 more fully, meditation practices focused on the root chakra can be particularly beneficial. In many spiritual traditions, including certain Buddhist lineages, the root chakra is associated with stability, groundedness, and the courage to exist independently. Simple meditation practices that involve visualizing a strong red light at the base of your spine can help strengthen this energy center, supporting your capacity to lead with authentic power. To cultivate the balanced manifestation energy of 8, practice seeing abundance in all its forms. Many leaders limit their effectiveness by focusing exclusively on financial metrics while overlooking other forms of wealth, such as creativity, wisdom, collaborative relationships, and purpose. By expanding your awareness to recognize and appreciate multiple forms of abundance, you align more fully with the holistic energy of 8, which understands that true wealth flows across material and spiritual dimensions. Another practice for developing the energy of 8 is to consciously manage your relationship with power and authority. Many leaders unconsciously repeat patterns they experienced with authority figures in their early life, either becoming excessively controlling or abnegating their power entirely. The balanced energy of 8 requires honest self-reflection about these patterns and a commitment to exercising authority in ways that empower rather than dominate others. For those working to embody the energy of 8 more fully, practices that balance giving and receiving can be transformative. Many leaders excel at giving of their time, energy, wisdom, and resources, but struggle to receive with equal grace. This one-sided approach eventually leads to depletion and resentment. By consciously practicing reciprocity, allowing yourself to receive support, feedback, and assistance, you align with the cyclical flow that characterizes the energy of 8. Beyond these specific practices, the spiritual path of leadership invites continuous self-awareness and growth. True leaders understand that their greatest impact comes not from what they do, but from who they are, from the quality of consciousness they bring to each interaction and decision. This understanding transforms leadership from a set of external behaviors to an authentic expression of inner development. This perspective aligns deeply with Buddhist teachings on leadership, which emphasize that the most profound influence comes from embodying the qualities you wish to see in others. Rather than imposing change through force or manipulation, spiritual leaders create transformation through their presence and example. They understand that outer circumstances reflect inner realities, and that the most powerful way to change an organization or community is to change yourself. The numerology of leadership offers a fascinating framework for this inner development, highlighting specific qualities associated with each numerical vibration. The pioneering energy of 1 reminds us that leadership begins with self-trust and authenticity. while the balanced power of 8 teaches us that true abundance emerges when material goals align with spiritual principles. By consciously working with these energies, you can develop a leadership approach that is both personally fulfilling and profoundly impactful for those you guide. As you continue on your leadership journey, remember that the most powerful leaders throughout history have combined seemingly opposite qualities: strength with vulnerability, confidence with humility, vision with practicality. The numerological patterns we've explored today offer a map for developing these complementary qualities, helping you become the kind of leader who inspires not just achievement, but genuine transformation. The path of spiritual leadership is ultimately about service, using your unique gifts and insights to elevate others and contribute to collective well-being. Whether you lead a large organization, a small team, or simply your own life path, the principles we've explored today can help you lead with greater purpose, impact, and fulfillment. By understanding the numerological patterns that influence leadership tendencies, you gain valuable insights that can transform both how you lead and why you lead. Before we conclude, let's take a moment to integrate these insights through a simple reflection practice. Close your eyes if you're in a place where you can do so comfortably, and take a few deep breaths. Imagine yourself embodying the qualities of a spiritually aligned leader, standing confidently in your truth while remaining open to wisdom beyond your current understanding. Feel the balanced flow of giving and receiving, of visionary insight and practical action. Notice how this integrated state feels in your body. Perhaps there's a sense of groundedness combined with expansion, or strength paired with openness. From this centered awareness, ask yourself, what is one small step I can take today to more fully embody my leadership potential? Perhaps it's having a conversation you've been avoiding, or making a decision you've been postponing. Maybe it's taking time for self-reflection, or expressing appreciation to those you lead. Whatever insight arises, commit to taking this step as a concrete expression of your evolving leadership. The spiritual path of leadership is not a destination, but a continuous journey of growth and discovery. The numerological insights we've explored today offer guideposts for this journey, illuminating both your natural strengths and areas for development. By working consciously with the pioneering energy of 1 and the balanced power of 8, you align yourself with timeless leadership principles that have guided humanity's greatest leaders throughout history. Remember that true leadership transcends titles and positions. It's about the quality of influence you have on those around you and the values you embody in every interaction. Whether you're leading a global organization or simply seeking to live with greater purpose and impact, the spiritual principles of leadership apply equally to your journey. By bringing conscious awareness to the numerological patterns that influence leadership tendencies, you empower yourself to lead from a place of authentic wisdom rather than conditioned patterns. As we conclude our exploration of the spiritual path of leadership and the numerology behind great leaders, I invite you to carry these insights forward into your daily life and leadership practice. Notice how the energies of different numbers manifest in your experiences and experiment with consciously cultivating the qualities that support your leadership vision. Through this awareness and intentional development, you join the lineage of conscious leaders who have used their influence to create positive transformation in the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the numerological wisdom of leadership. May these insights serve your highest development as a leader, and may your leadership serve the highest good of all those whose lives you touch. Remember that each number in your numerological chart offers unique gifts for your leadership journey. By embracing these gifts and developing them consciously, you unlock your full potential as a leader who makes a meaningful difference in the world. If this exploration has resonated with you and you'd like to continue developing your leadership potential through the wisdom of numerology, I encourage you to practice regular self-reflection on the qualities we've discussed. Pay attention to how the pioneering energy of 1 and the balanced manifestation of 8 appear in your daily experiences, and look for opportunities to strengthen these energies through conscious practice. Through this ongoing awareness and development, you'll gradually transform not just how you lead, but who you are as a leader, and that transformation will naturally inspire and elevate everyone you guide on your shared journey.